Hi, and welcome back. We are back to this, unfortunately.
It's probably gonna be a short one tonight, but
Yes, we're off to a late start. It's Thanksgiving weekend, and we're all a bit behind. But yeah, happy Thanksgiving, all. Even though we're very much not recording this on Thanksgiving.
yeah, we're coming down off of our Chardonnay.
No,
I don't drink.
no, neither of us do. Uh, see, so we're desperate for views. So we're back. We're back to this man. We're back to this dude.
Yeah, that's how we're prefacing that. We're desperate for views.
Nah, no, we're not desperate for views.
We
I'm
don't need
actually
you.
pretty happy where we're going, but obviously, it's been a few weeks, and this dude's still up to his usual brand of nonsensical happenings. I
Yeah.
almost swore there, so again, setting the timer in the middle of the show.
Shout out to the dude who subscribed like 15 minutes ago in our time. Uh, why are you? I assume you're a graveyard guy, so you know, props. I guess.
No, I'm actually quite happy with the slight following we're building, but we do got to get back to this guy because he's up to his shenanigans again, and I don't like shenaniganizers around here. Uh, he's still whining and moaning about his AI art. Obviously, what else does this guy do anymore?
I like this thumbnail over here.
Bob Ross. My thumbnails blow that out of the water. My thumbnails with the 2-year-old memes.
I mean, they work. They work.
Yes, I'm not ashamed to say that, though. Wow, I really butchered that sentence. I'm not ashamed to say, though, that people definitely do love watching us make fun of this guy, and I am 100% going to take advantage of that. But
Yeah.
you guys should stick around, we're pretty entertaining even when we're not making fun of this guy, just stick around, see what we do. But we're gonna get into making fun of him now.
It just dawned on me that this is our video. I don't know why that didn't like click with me, but
I only pulled this up to go through some of the comments. Like, you guys are all beautiful. We love you, but we're not going to read the ones that agree with us. Thanks for wasting your time, I guess. But we're here for, where is he? There's a very special person here that I wanted to. Okay, I'm actually going to stop real quick and respond to this guy. This is the dude. This dude's responding to us talking
oh yeah, this guy.
to us
Jeez.
talking about how Shad's like main character power fantasy is a grapist, and this guy is here like every man dot dot has power fantasies dot dot dot. Remember dot dot. I'm not gonna do that the whole time. The goal of life is to make children. In case you forgot.
Dude, no. Like
Listen.
all
So
right.
this guy's spitting, obviously, but what did I type here?
Let me see the cursor real quick. This top line, correct. This like the context, no, no. Like
Yes, I have plenty of power fantasies, and none of them involve being like a mass scale rape or a small scale one, even.
yeah,
I'm stealing my
that's-
own joke from my comment here, but yes, this guy sucks. Right here, my beautiful comment.
yeah. That's you know, don't. That's not a common thing, man. Like that's you're the odd man out.
It's
On
probably
this one.
pretty common, unfortunately.
I mean, it's common enough. Like people have that fetish, but like, if you have that fantasy, keep it to yourself. You know, that's not the norm, man.
I think you're taking this dude a bit too seriously. Because
Take everything seriously.
like nonsense name bunch of numbers. This dude's probably like a Ukrainian or like bot or something.
I think
That
this guy's a side account.
Shadiversity has probably like bought a bunch of bot accounts to defend him because no one else is doing it. Do you think this is Shad on a different account?
I think I accused someone of being Shad in one of his comments.
I'm pretty sure it was another one of these guys. But I love this dude's like, remember, the goal of life is to make children. In case you forgot, yes, that's why most rapes happen. happen. They're really hoping, like, man, I hope I get a kid out of this.
Yeah, what the... what?
Fuck you, dude. You suck. I'm breaking my no cursing rule. You're making me have to edit this, you... This is the main guy I wanted to respond to.
This guy's annoying, but he's not somebody defending the R word.
No, it's worse. He's defending Shadiversity. So he responds to us in our video, what's it like knowing the only reason care about you, maybe go over your comments next time, dipshit, about you is because you talk about a much larger YouTuber and no one would care about your content otherwise. Feels pretty good, honestly. Like, what content on YouTube is not based off talking about shit that people are more interested in?
Yeah.
No one knows who we are. Why would they be interested in us?
Yeah, like pretty much all the content creators on this site are just commenting on something else. Like the biggest like Markiplier, he just plays games and talks about them. Like that's all he does.
Pretty much nobody, even like the biggest podcasters on here, just talk about like themselves. Most of us aren't that interesting. Like especially not us. Like, we are extremely boring. Like, I'm not gonna shy away from saying that. We're making fun of Shad because he's an internet lol cow now. There are plenty of channels like that. There's no shame in it whatsoever.
Yeah, he's a goober. He posts all of his, like, he is airing out all of his L's for the entire internet to gobble up, and we're one of the buzzards, but, you know.
I have no shame in it. Buzzards are like the most successful animals in the animal kingdom. We're just continuing that trend.
Yeah, we're getting fat on the meat.
Also, let's see. Also, if you're talking about... Okay, I forgot that this was... I don't know what this dude's talking about here. This is just like schizo rambling now. We didn't mention any of this. The katana is just a Japanese sword. Nunchucks are bad. What is this guy talking about here?
Yeah,
he's going into like a Joe Biden ramble right now.
Yeah, when did we even... Were nunchucks even in the video?
I get it, you're a child who ejaculated to Michelangelo from TNNT, but nunchucks are objectively not good weapons. All right, man. Dude, we didn't say they were.
Is this us? Did I miss something? Like, did we talk about nunchucks at any point?
This is like schizo autist rambling rage. I have to use the fucking pad real quick.
I feel like this guy might have been like half asleep or high or something when he commented this, because I feel like he's slipping in and out of reality.
He's mentally ill and he's autistic. That's the reason he's typing like that. I'm kind of spoiling his autism here, though.
Did you search this dude up?
Yes. No one would care about your content otherwise. All right, let's look at content people do care about, because I know you're a YouTuber.
You grow wiser in your years.
I'm not listening to you.
Wait.
That was 100% him.
Ninjago lore?
Hello, I am the Dark. I am an intellectual dude who shares his thoughts on a variety of topics, from Lego themes to Kirby games. Wow, dude, how's it feel knowing that no one would know who you are if you did talk about Lego themes, Kirby games, and the Kirby anime? Biology and paleontology. This channel will share my thoughts on various topics that interest me. Currently, I have two main series I'm working on, Ninjago lore videos and the Kirby Right Back At You retrospective. This guy knows what people are into, man. Like, he has 414 videos, and...
Holy... Oh my god!
He's doing that for less than 1,000 subs, less than 600 subs, and he's covering... I'm not clicking on a single one of these.
I feel kind of bad now, honestly.
I don't. This guy was mean to me, and I'm going to bully him in return. Ninjago lore, Klaus. Man, you really know what people are interested in, don't you, dude? See, judging from this profile pic of his, he could use some AI art to make the shit for him at this point.
Taking my hands off the controls here. I'm gonna let you have this one.
No, I've devoted enough time to this. So...
Hold on, let me see this real quick. Bionicles, that's cool. I'm into that. That's all.
Good luck on your Kirby lore, bro. Sure, People will really be flocking to you very soon. Make 500 more videos, and I'm sure you'll break 1,000 subscribers.
Stop idolizing Shad. Shad's a loser.
And quit going into your little spurgtisms about weapons no one mentioned. I'm sure you do that in real life a lot too. See, what else was here? I think there was a couple people on here that were mad at us, but...
Is another one of our videos?
This is our video, yes.
Oh, jeez.
See, who was... Oh, look, who's here again! Wow! These guys thought Shad was associated with a Shad man. Tells you all you need to know about their criticism. Only one of us did that, and that was you. I immediately corrected you. What's he talking about?
I take responsibility for that. It's mostly because I don't really
The
care
word
about
Shad. I was unaware before him that Shad itself was a name.
Yeah, I have never heard of Shad except for as Shadman, which tells you what kind of content I consume, I guess.
Also, why does this guy keep... This is me he's talking about. Why does this guy keep pointing out child? Makes you wonder if that was a mask-off moment for you.
Wow.
There were children on the screen, and I was pointing at them.
That whizzed right over your head, man. That was... Like, he was pointing out the children because, like...
They were on screen, you ding-dong, and they were all sexualized.
Yeah, that's the point he was making. Like, the mask-off moment, that's what he was pointing out for Shad. Like,
the guy you're defending makes this art of, like, sexualized, underage-looking, like, characters. But the mask-off moment for me was pointing that out.
As they say, that is what the mask is.
Whoa, that's actually some epic foreshadowing. You guys will know what that means soon.
They already know what it means. Be realistic.
All right. Well, that was all that beginning was devoted to. I just wanted to respond to that guy because he was mean to me. Don't be mean to me.
Don't harass the guy.
The actual start of this video and where the real milking...
That was for you guys, not him.
That was for me. I don't care what these people think. I just want to show you guys that if you come at me, I'll use my giant platform to come right back at you.
I know we don't have a big enough platform for it to really matter at this point, but
that's why
us airing him out on this episode is probably enough. Don't follow up on this guy.
Our audience is at a size where I feel completely comfortable saying that I support and condone you guys going to that guy, harassing him, doxing him, figuring out his IP address.
This is going to show up in court.
Send those things to us. Okay. In light of that, I should make clear, don't do any of those things that I just said to do. That was a joke. If you take me seriously, you're an idiot, and I'm going to add a disclaimer before. I'm making a lot of work for myself.
I know.
That this stupid timer kind of like invalidates, but we're going with it anyway.
You're probably gonna have to censor that guy's name and
no
icon too.
I am not going to do that because he's in our comment section anyway. Yes, don't actually do any of those things, but it would be funny if you joked about doing it, is all I'm saying.
To us, not to him.
Moving on from Shad's stupid fans, we'll go to Shad himself and see what he's been up to.
Probably nothing good.
As you can see from these tabs, he's been up to a decent amount. See, this was one of the bigger things that he was involved that he started in the past couple weeks, is that he makes this post. He made this drawing, and
wow, that is bad.
Let's take a quick look at this drawing. He made this AI art drawing to make an example to people of, you're not able to make this AI pose the way I am. Let's go. This is like the same thing actually that he covered last time we talked about him.
That piece was bad though.
This piece is objectively bad, and people were really clowning on him. First, I want to read what he said about this. Remember, everyone... Should I do his accent? I really want to offend people. Remember,
Nobody
everyone,
else on the planet
AIRS.
has that accent.
His accent or the like jank one that I'm doing?
Neither. Like nobody else but you or Shad has that accent.
AIR supposedly takes no effort, skill, and always looks trash, lol, such nonsense. I'm not doing that the whole time. This is a lot of reading that's going to destroy my vocal cords.
You sound like the penguin.
I sound like the Australian Rick from that Morty meme. Get in here, Morty! Morty, get in the car! Get in the car, Morty! This new artwork was the most challenging I've done by a lot. Really?
Really?
I'm just gonna hang on that. Combining every difficult element from my previous images and then pushing it even further. Purposefully choosing one of the most difficult images I could think of to make with AI tools. He's really blowing smoke up his ass for this?
Dude, it's so bad.
Why are they fighting on a... Shut up! Shut up! We can swear now. Why are they fighting on a basketball court?
Is that what...
There's a basketball hoop in the background.
Why is it a velociraptor and why is it like clearly on the very top layer of this world?
It's supposed to be this girl is like... Did I open...
Her leg looks weird too. Like it feels
Her
like
whole body looks weird.
Yeah, this is a very odd pose. Her foot looks bent.
Hold on, I have to reread this before we start judging. Combining every difficult element from my previous images and then pushing it even further, purposely choosing one of the most difficult images I could think of to make with AI tools. This is the most difficult image he could think of?
It's a basketball court, and you took a character that you had already made and added this in with a sword that I'm pretty sure I've seen her wielding before.
This character design is too boring for him to like be putting this much emphasis on it.
Yeah, like 90% of AI images that people generate are her exact image.
Well, even just this character that Shad made. Like, is this character connected with a story, or is this just like his like masturbation fantasy character?
I have no idea.
Every artist has one, no shade thrown. But, like, I'm just wondering if that's the case here.
I don't know. Like, I feel like this much of the thigh being exposed might be... I mean, I feel like the whole get up, the whole schoolgirl thing is a very...
What the fuck?
What are you doing?
I'm just trying to reopen it. It's kind of a pain in the ass to do it with my tablet. Ew, what is this gay nonsense?
It's Baki, isn't it?
No, that was... No, I'm not explaining to you what that was. He actually drew the reference image.
Ew!
But he gave her... I'm opening this, there's no way. He drew the original image, and wow, he never really got good at drawing faces, did he? I like how her belly button is in the middle.
It looks like a stab wound.
Like, look at how her body is bending, but her lower half is completely stationary. If she's like putting her all into this strike, her whole upper body should be bending in a similar way.
Yeah, her leaning back like this seems like honestly, it seems like a good way to throw your back out.
Why do her quads go all the way up to the top of her head, but then her calves like are barely halfway up her quads?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what I'm looking at here. I'm trying to figure out if those are further away or if they're just small, because it looks like they're supposed to be further away, but they look like they're just small. But yeah, with the whole schoolgirl thing, that's like almost definitely a fetish. And then with how much thigh is exposed there underneath that skirt, I can only imagine that was intentional.
It looks like the AI did that for him. I don't know why he gave her spats and then just... Look at all the artists and like just general Twitter crowd clowning on this dude. Shut up, bitch, lol, lamau, even... let's see. That's all it's going to give me. I'm not searching anymore for that. Indeed, I had a very clear vision of what I wanted to make, and the criticism that you can't depict your artistic vision with AI art is a pathetic lie as proven by this image.
Again, the Velociraptor looks like you photoshopped it.
That is
like it looks like you photoshopped it from like another setting. Like you had somebody just decapitated that fucking raptor thing.
this setting
And then
makes
you just cut it out and pasted it over this image.
nothing about this setting makes any sense. It's a Japanese schoolgirl holding a European sword, fighting a European dragon, fighting it in the Sistine Chapel's like basketball court. What is happening here?
Yeah.
You know, you could have a more coherent sense of the setting and for like every single other theme in the image if you drew it yourself. Just food for thought.
Also, the dragon, despite looking like you ripped it from somewhere else, it also looks bad. Like, not necessarily in the way that it's drawn, but more specifically in just its corniness.
What the fuck? All right, I'm done with this thing. It keeps closing the damn images. Go on.
The way it's just like sticking its tongue out to the side is and it looks like it's smiling. This is not really bad. It just, I think it's kind of dumb.
I think it's very bad. Like even the perspective just inside the mouth of the dragon makes no sense. Like it's leaning this way, but then the inside of the mouth you can see the side of this jaw somehow and the side of this jaw, but this is the only part you should be able to see here.
I figured that was just because it was like a really terrible cutout.
It's just a really bad, like, the AI program just fucked up the drawing completely. Like, look how little this finger is compared to the other ones.
I figured
that really
was
gross.
Another cutout thing. Because, like, look at the thumb. The thumb's, like, halfway cut off because it would have interfered with her leg or something. I'm pretty sure this was photoshopped from somewhere else. Like, it doesn't look like it was originally... Because, like, look at the blood spatter, like, right next to her head here. It's, like, backlit. There's nothing there for it to, like... be lighting up.
It also merges into her ribbons because the AI program is unaware that those two objects are different distances from each other. I like how... So it slices out this way. Is this dragon just like the size of a chicken or something? How is her sword long enough that she's standing this far away, what looks to be like a dozen feet or so away from it? She sliced its head off. But then the sword strike somehow didn't hit the head at all. This thing's tiny. It's the size of a dog. She's just doing animal cruelty right now.
Yeah, this is... The perspectives on this is crazy.
You can't depict your artistic vision with AI art. This is why you need to practice your own art with your hands, Shad, is because this is a bad artistic vision. Nothing about this picture makes a lick of sense, which you'd be able to tell if you had actually practiced your hand at drawing. But he didn't. He only drew static images of people standing up. He never as you can see here, he never practiced perspective. He didn't practice like form and how a body like twists and contorts when it's moving a lot.
Yeah, she would completely throw her back out swinging like that.
I can tell he's trying to... Do you know what foreshortening is?
I assume it's just making body parts that are supposed to be further away look smaller.
Yes, that's basically what he's trying to do here. But because her whole body... There's nothing close to the viewer to denote like, oh yeah, this image is being stretched. Your mind is supposed to register that. Instead, it just looks like she has tiny little calves.
Yeah, I can't tell if her feet are supposed to be planted on the ground or if she's like mid-jump.
See, my goal was to make an action scene with an even more... I'm dropping the accent. It's too... Yeah. It sucks too badly to do. My goal was to make an action scene with an even more complex pose that contained physical contortion and exertion on the body. See, didn't do that well. Like, I wanted to show the character performing a mighty attack with all their effort, conveying speed and motion, and even more intense facial expression, and then placing it on the scene interacting with the enemy that she had just attacked. This is an incredibly basic fight scene. There's nothing that complex about what's happening here.
Yeah, I also, the only, like, motion I can really sense is, like, her hair and then, like, the sweep of the sword. I can't, like I said before, I can't tell if she's jumping or if she's just like leaning forward for it, because her feet are weird. Also, there's something wrong with her face, and I can't put my finger on why. I'm pretty sure it's because the drawing underneath is fucked up, but like her mouth just seems like weird.
Yeah, it is completely weird. She doesn't have any bottom teeth. Her tongue is morphing into her gums.
Yeah, that's probably it then.
Like, I'm sure you could have an AI, like, help fix this pose a little for you.
Yeah.
Like, that is another example of, it's better if you just know how to, like, contort and, like, stretch and show exertion in a drawing yourself. But this would be another example of things that I think would be okay for an AI to help you along with as you're, like, learning it yourself. But he, like, left all the bad shit he did and then had the AI, like, diarrhea score all over the rest of the image, and you came out with just this muck nonsense happening in the background. So this pose that she's doing was for nothing because nothing about the rest of the image makes sense.
Yeah, I also can't tell how far onto the court she is. Like, I can't tell. Like, I don't know where she is relative to the court, because I don't, like, the lines on the court get really so, let me have the cursor real quick. So this line, I imagine, is only, like, a hand's width, and then this one's, like, way bigger. So I'm not sure where the perspective of the camera is sitting, because, like, if you just look at the background, it looks like we're sitting really low, because that's the basketball hoop is kind of high, and then this is narrow while this is wide, which would kind of imply a lower angle. But then she seems to be standing as though this is like a regular height to be standing, which makes her seem super short. Does that make any sense?
It's like, yeah, what you're saying is like, it almost looks like it's an under shot, like someone's like laying on the floor taking the picture or something.
Exactly.
But then like nothing about her it makes her seem like she's a Muppet or something.
Yeah, it's very weird.
She, like, I have to try pulling something up real quick.
Go for it.
Because when you are trying to show this much force, you have to play around with everything in the image in order to do that. Hey, how serendipitous. This is exactly what I'm looking up.
Of course it's going to be Berserk.
Yes.
I'm just glad I'm glad it's not Baki for once.
I could pull up Baki for this too. Baki is very good at, like, showing action poses. Action. I am typing at a weird angle here. It's really not going to give me what I'm asking for. Alright, action pose art. I have to try and find... Dude, I can tell that a couple of the images I've passed are AI, and I have to say, search engines are fucking useless now ever since AI art came along. Look at this one! Look at this fucking garbage!
Ew. Where's his mouth?
What is happening here? Is he a bug nest? He looks like the things that you... Look at this one.
Ew, dude.
Look at his armor. It looks like a bunch of fucking scrap metal piled onto him.
So, alright, let's not get too far off topic.
We are very...
lots of...
Oh, cool. Nice to see that Google is literally useless now. But when... It's not just the pose you have to play around with. You have to play around with everything in the image. Like, the way the dragon's, like, neck falls should almost, like, follow the direction of her swing if you want to carry this image out. Like, you should be twisting, distorting, and angling the background so it adds more weight as well. And he doesn't know how to do any of that. Or if he does, the AI doesn't know how to do any of it.
Yeah.
Are you able to ask this AI, like, hey, make the whole picture look dynamic? Please?
No, he'd just have to draw a shitty version of it first and then have AI just paint over it.
Well, the scene that she had just attacked, it was not easy. What about this wasn't easy? Maybe the drawing part.
The part you actually had to do.
I'm very happy with the results. No one else would be. Now I'm not saying this image is flawless, not at all. Indeed, I think if a more talented artist knew how to use AI tools, they could make a far better AI image than me. And a talented artist could make a far better image than the AI could.
Yeah, that's...
I sincerely doubt the AI is at the point where it's capable of actually drawing a truly dynamic image. I'm going to have to try and find some examples, like, off-screen at some point, because I really want to show some decent examples of this. But unfortunately, we're low on time. Let's see. My next projects will be to test new themes, specifically subtlety, combat with another sword-wielding opponent. Subtlety in AI art?
I don't even know what that would entail.
Like, what, asking it to draw a stick figure? How could AI art be subtle? I don't even know what that's... I actually don't know what that's implying. I want to see what he means by that. Combat with another sword-wielding opponent. I feel like I've seen plenty of that. What's this going off for? I'm looking forward to the challenge.
Okay. I wish... If it's going to be a challenge, I hope you put more effort into it next time.
There was plenty of effort put into this, man. He said so.
That's your challenge for next time. Make a... Oh my god, I just realized something about this image. Oh, what was that?
I just switched to this one.
Alright, it's just the lizard, the neck stump. So, here you can see the blood spatters getting, like, yanked off that way, but here on the bottom, or on the head... it just shoots straight down, which kind of ruins the whole momentum thing you were talking about.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, everything in the image needs to go the direction of the sword swing.
And it doesn't.
Yes, it's almost like an artist didn't make this.
Yeah, the lizard's tongue also seems to, like, it looks like it's being deliberately stuck out, because it's, like, not impacted by the momentum. Like, it's just hanging straight outward. Or, like, it's just hanging straight over the side.
You keep calling it a lizard. It's a dragon.
No, it's not. It doesn't have wings, and it's, the size of a hamster, so it's not really what I call a dragon.
Just stomping a little blue belly lizard to death. That should be his next AI art. Draw her stomping a small animal to death. This exact character.
That's definitely a fetish, just so you know.
Obviously it is. It's my fetish. This dragon looks like it's like jizzing its pants as it cuts her head off.
You mean as she cuts...
As she cuts its head off?
Yeah, there you go.
I corrected you.
Okay.
Alright, let's see what else he said. I just pulled up a couple random tweets he made. Many other people are claiming that I've been trying to say I'm as good an artist as the best professionals because I use AI art, which is a complete lie. I've literally never said that, and I admire so many great artists, having worked with several. Trying to say I'm as good as artists as the next best professionals. Didn't we watch a video of this guy, like, having a pee-pee poo-poo fit with his brother because he wanted his brother to admit he's as good an artist as he is?
Yeah, like, that's... You're saying that... You're, like, pretending to be humble, saying that,
He pretends to be humble when it comes to the AI art because he knows he doesn't have a leg to stand on with it.
Yeah, but, like, you do try to compete with actual artists, like, that are way out of your league. You've done it on stream. We commented on it while you did that to your brother.
He's been debating artists about this very thing. Like, he's pretending here that he respects these artists, but then they try to tell him that they don't view what he does as real art, and he has nothing but contempt for that idea.
Yeah, like, just take the loss, man. You don't have to keep trying at this. You lose. There's no other way around it.
I've actually said many times that I feel great hand-drawn art will always be superior to the best AI art for the additional skill and time required to make it. I don't know, I've watched, like, several hours of this guy talking about his AI art, and he's never alluded to that at all. Maybe in some of the live streams that I won't watch because they're, like, 5 hours long. Maybe somewhere in those he has alluded to that.
Maybe. I don't really keep up with Shad at all. Like, this is the only thing I do to keep up with him.
Let's see. I value great AI art far more than bad handmade art, and I never claimed my AI art was better than the best hand-drawn art. All right, so real quick.
That's real modest of you, man. My AI art is not better than the greatest artists alive in my time. Wow. Real humble, man.
I value great AI art more than bad handmade art. I don't. Bad handmade art is way more interesting to look at, even if it's just funny looking or cringe to look at. That still elicits more of a response.
Especially in retrospect. Because, like, with AI art, you can't see, like, the progress of somebody getting good at it, because you can't get good at it. It's just, you learn the prompts and then it's over. But with, like, a person's art, you can see their progress over time and see them grow as an artist.
Like, yeah, that's one of the cool things about it, is looking at shit that people have made that they hate and even you think looks bad, but then knowing that they're, like, great in spite of that. That's the cool thing about continuing to draw past this and not just settling with, I'm actually a professional now, is that you get better and better as you go.
Yeah, rather than,
what this guy did.
yeah.
Let's see.
Like, I've seen, like, those before and after. Like, somebody will redraw something they drew in, like, middle school and show how much progress they've made as artists. And that sort of thing is really cool to see. But, like, you can't really do that with Shad's work.
His work stopped, like, a decade ago.
Yeah.
And he never improved beyond that, as shown by the picture we just saw.
Yeah. Like, in the video where we were reviewing, or we were talking about the difference between his old art and his AI art, we were actually making comments on, like, the things he did right and the things he did wrong about his old art. Like, his weapons in the old art were good. They were really good. His
Let's settle down.
they looked real. They looked like real weapons. But, like, with his like, characters, I could see where he drew his inspirations from. But then as soon as you switch to AI art, it's just, you know, the same AI art that it's been for literally every other person who's decided to make AI art.
Oh, motherfucker, this is so long. Where was I? But people are saying this is the primary thing I've been trying to say because I'm desperate for their validation and to be seen as an artist, which is a flat lie. Again, we literally watched you for, like, several minutes, like, argue and belittle your brother's abilities because he wouldn't admit that you're as good as artist as he is.
Yeah, stop calling everything a lie. It takes away from the meaning of a lie. When somebody actually does lie about something, you won't be able to say anything about it because people will assume that you're lying.
It's like you said, he's faking modesty here because he wants people to be more open to his position. But then when he's talking about the actual hand-drawn art that he's made, and people don't have the, you literally didn't make this line to go after, then he's more than comfortable being like, I'm a professional level artist. You've seen the stuff I'm capable of. And then he holds up like a fat furry diaper vor. It's like, look at what I'm capable of making. If it was validation I'm after, do you think I would push my views the way I do to be ridiculed and hated so much?
Yes.
Validation is the last thing I'm getting from this, but do you see me stopping? Alright, like 95% of, like, mentally sane people are making fun of you, but he is 100% getting validation from, like, the other AI morons.
Also, this is totally sunken cost. Like,
You've spent like a year now pushing this crap.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to keep going, and yet you do, and it's not because you actually believe you're correct.
Validation, that's the last thing I'm getting from this, but do you see me stopping? He's under every single comment that agrees with him being like, he literally goes exactly under every comment that agrees with him. I'm going to try see if I can find one real quick. I bet you I will find one.
So far, he's under, like, most of them.
I'm actually surprised because there was a thread where, I shit you not, I saw him just type exactly, like, 6 times in a row.
There's somebody, thank you, oh, ew, somebody's enjoying his book?
Ew. It's a power fantasy, man. They just want to have babies.
Oh, God.
I'm doing this because I love AI art and I want it to become more accepted. Like, it's never going to be accepted by the art community. They're the people you're trying to, like, persuade with this crap.
Yeah, like you're trying to legitimize your status as an artist by legitimizing AI art as a legitimate art form, and it's not. It's literally not an art form. You're not expressing anything. You're not, like, at best you're asking someone else to do something. Like, you're asking a machine to chart something out vaguely in the shape of something you wanted. It's no more artistic than, like, a child's drawing of a school bus.
It's far less artistic than that, because that child probably drew their school bus.
Yeah, that's true. It would be like if I guess just a child asked somebody else to draw a school bus.
See, I'm doing this because I love AI art and want... I think it's about as accepted as it's going to be at this point. Like,
Yeah.
people who are aware of AI art have probably already formed their opinions of it. And yeah, obviously the average, like, slack jaw mouth breather is going to look at it like Shad does, where it's just like, pretty picture, nothing else matters, pretty picture, look at. But, like, a person who, like, pours their heart and soul into something that they've drawn, and it actually has, like, a deep meaning behind it because they wanted to convey something through it, they're never gonna look at this, because even just, like, having a nice end product, like having the pretty picture to look at like he's after, is not even the goal of a lot of artists. A lot of artists, like, strive to come up with new techniques that is completely unique and original to them. Every artist has something they do that is completely different from what other artists do to achieve an effect in their drawing. And this guy has none of that, because all he does is type words into a software.
Yeah, and that's also why AI will, people will train AI to mimic other people's art style, because they have developed that art style as something unique to them, and you can't get it elsewhere.
What I have said is that I'm an artist and I love making art, and I don't need people to validate that to know it for myself. Don't believe you. But I hold people to their own standards, and it's very interesting to see people call others artists who do as much or less than me in traditional artistic mediums. But because I also use AI tools, you only use AI tools now. Like, aside from that one he's been, like, more and more doing the line art hack of, like, I drew this line art, but then the AI diarrheaed into the mold that I made for it. He's been doing this a lot more. Colored, right? He's been doing this a lot more lately because he knows that unless he actually has a hand in the, like, skeleton of the drawing, he doesn't have a leg to stand on.
Yeah, but it also defeats his argument of, like, the him being a master of the prompts, because you're literally not using the prompts to get that specific pose.
No, he is, man. You can't get this pose with a prompt, neither can you.
Yeah.
Let's see. I also use AI tools. Suddenly my artistic abilities and achievements are invalidated. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Literally, yes.
There's no deeper meaning to it. Yes, you using AI art does invalidate pretty much anything that any artistic ability you claim to have. I think we've said this, like, a couple times now, but there's a few pretty decent exceptions to using AI art. But I don't think that if you use AI art, you should ever, like, make money from it or sell it.
Yeah, I think the most we could probably do with AI and still have it be, like, a positive impact in the world, like, as far as I see AI going, would just be for, like, personal use. Like, if you had, like, an app on your phone, I could see in the future you get, like, an app on your phone and you're like, hey, I really like this art style. Can you show me this thing, phone? In this art style, and then your phone will shard out, like, a terrible AI rendition of whatever it is you wanted to see, and then you have that's a thing that you saw, rather than that, like, you making a profit off of that. Trying trying to say that something like that is your art is very disingenuous, and I think it's disrespectful to all other artists. But if it's just like, it's like, I don't even know what that would compare to. It's like putting like I would imagine it like putting an Instagram filter on something. Like if you were just doing that for your own entertainment, you took a picture of something and put a filter on it, rather than like, I don't know, just taking the picture and photoshopping it. I don't know. I could see it as like a fun personal tool, but like not something you should make money off of.
I'm cool with artists using AI to like pull up references or maybe fix something in their drawing that they're just not getting the hang of for the sake of practice. Like, I don't understand how perspective in cities work, so you plug your like fucked up drawing into an AI program and it'll show you what that drawing would look like if you did whatever you're trying to do properly. That's fine, but you shouldn't sell that image afterwards.
Yeah.
Or you should at least make it clear this is AI, which, to be fair to Shad, he does do that.
Yeah, at least he's being honest about it. I don't think he could get away with saying that it's not AI, though.
No, it hasn't gotten to that point.
Yeah, because it's obviously AI.
The simple reality is my hand-drawn art is clearly better than some of the critics who call themselves artists. It's really not. Like, your art's at a pretty amateurish level, man. Most artists on the internet are probably at, like, close to the level that you were at, even if it's in a completely different style, and they couldn't draw this. Even if their skills don't allow them to draw this, plenty of people have artistic skills that warrant being able to have an opinion on this.
Your hand-drawn art's better than mine, but...
Not mine.
Yeah, definitely not.
But this is like a, what is the word I'm looking for here? It's like a fallacy of like, you have to be able to draw better than my AI art in order to have an opinion of it. And it's like, oh man, when I saw the Challenger explode, I was like, I can't have an opinion on this, man. I'm not a rocket engineer. I think rockets exploding might be bad, but like, I don't really know at the end of the day, man. Let's see. People seem to think this is me claiming to be as skilled as the best artists out there. No one is saying that. He is strawmanning.
Definitely.
Which is nonsense and something I never said, and no one ever said that either. But many of the critics of me apply a double standard when they deny that I'm an artist. I don't care if people think I'm an artist. Yes, you do. But I do care about hypocrisy and honesty and the general acceptance of AI art. If they were consistent in their standards, they would acknowledge that AI art is indeed art and many people using it as artists. Like, AI art has been perfectly accepted, man. It's been accepted by giant, like, multimedia conglomerates that don't want to pay real artists for their work. So they're just sharding out stuff for the sake of advertisements. Mm-hmm. Like, your stuff's plenty accepted by the higher powers. It's just people who actually care about the stuff they make don't view it as that, and that should kind of warp your opinion of it at least a little bit, I think.
Does anybody else get the feeling, like, when, like, if you've had, like, a significant other, you've been in a relationship and your significant other will just send you, like, these long texts like this? Like, you have, like, a needy, like, boyfriend, girlfriend, or otherwise, and, you get, like, you look at your phone and see, like, one of these text blocks waiting for you, and you just know that you're in for, like, a really bad day. I keep getting that feeling while looking at this text block.
Hey, baby, I'm sorry I grabbed your arm and yelled at you and bit your earlobe off. This is the text that Shad sends you after he does that. Not that I imagine what it's like to be in a relationship with Shad often. See, where was I on this? If they were consistent in their standards, they would acknowledge that AI art is indeed art. And I read that already.
I can't believe you don't think I'm a real artist. I'm completely over the national grade. Like, I'm not saying that I'm beneath. Like, I'm not saying that I'm the best artist out there. I'm just saying that I'm above, like, most people. Is that so wrong? Like, is it so wrong for me to say that?
Look, man, I don't even, like, care if you acknowledge me as an artist, but I'm gonna keep doing this until you acknowledge me as an artist.
This fucking rambling nonsense. It never stops.
It's for the acceptance of AI art that I'm fighting for, not for myself. I'm willing to be hated, reviled, and mocked by thousands of people to fight for this.
How noble, dude.
So are you going to stop when, let's say hypothetically, people do accept this and call Shad an artist? Is he going to keep... He's no longer hated, reviled, or mocked by thousands. Is he going to keep arguing in favor of AI art, or is he going to go, done, mission accomplished, people accept me as an artist? Sounds like you are fighting for yourself then, huh?
Yeah, that'll never happen, though.
No, thankfully, no one's ever going to look at this fuck seriously ever. I love the AI art I'm making. It gives me great artistic satisfaction, and I love to share it with anyone who might also appreciate it.
No, it gives you satisfaction, not artistic satisfaction.
I like to smash my balls with a hammer. That gives me great sexual satisfaction as well.
I don't understand what the correlation of what you're saying is.
Great artistic satisfaction, but it's dumb. Just like what I'm saying is dumb.
Okay, man. Let's move on to the next thing. I'm tired of looking at this guy.
I love the... You're not too late. So if the person generating an AI image supposedly isn't its creator...
Hold on, let me see this real quick.
Okay, here.
I thought this was the Demon Days thing from Gorillaz.
Demon Days? I can't remember what you're talking about.
There's, for that album, I think it was Demon Days. I assume it was Demon Days because it's got a demon. They had just like this statue thing that was like a reoccurring image in their like promotion stuff and their music videos.
There was something he said here that feeds well into the next story.
We're not going to get into any other topics if we're going to spend this much time on Shad, just so you know. I'm fine with that. We can save them for later, but we're just not going to get to them.
See, there was something he said in here about, like, not wanting to disparage other artists.
Yeah, that was near the top, I think.
Many people are claiming be superior to AI art.
Whatever, he did say something about...
Yeah, he said something about... Yeah, I cannot find where it is, but he said something along the lines of, I'm not trying to invalidate other artists, but right here, he completely fucking goes against that. So, if the person generating an AI image supposedly isn't its creator, as many AI art critics claim, what about Pendulum art, or many other art forms that utilize automatic processes where the creator sets up... You don't need an apostrophe there. Great writer, man. Certain prompts and guides, but does nothing during the actual formation of the artwork. They sit back and watch a system they set out play out automatically. In Pendulum art and other automatic artistic processes, we still acknowledge the human who initiated the process that would result in an artwork as the creator and owner of the copyright of that artwork. But many claim this suddenly doesn't apply when using AI generators in the same way as I explain in this clip from my recently released video on the YouTube channel Shad AI. Ooh, good foreshadowing. We're just laden with that tonight. That's funny. Where I reveal many ways in which AI art can be protected by copyright. And see, let's watch this quick video.
There is a type of art that people make, and I've seen it, right, where they hang...
This is Pendulum art.
Or something on a piece of strings, like on a pendulum. And they have the image on a piece of paper, and then they simply push the pendulum to swing, and as it swings, it draws. Okay?
It drips, not draws.
All they did was push the pendulum. And then
Oh yeah, that's all they did. This canvas grew here out of some like floor mold. That can of paint hung itself because it was tired of paying child support, and the guy just took advantage of it. All this did itself, man. He just pushed it.
I mean, like, I don't see much work going into this either, honestly. Like, I don't...
I will say, I don't view this as highly as someone painting, like, a full-scale artistic piece with an actually deep meaning behind it. He is kind of, like... This is kind of a fair example of, like, this is just a pretty thing to look at through an automated process. But, like, he's also completely, like, devaluing the amount of work that a person has to do to set this up, because I've seen videos of people making this kind of art. This isn't really my thing. I'm not really into like this splatter kind of like, or geometric shape kind of art.
Yeah.
But like, the people who make these still like have to set up their own unique contraptions or unique workspaces, and that in and of itself is an art form. Like, finding ways to achieve these various patterns and shapes, there is an art to that.
Yeah, I would say that's fair. So with this, I think that like the geometry is pretty interesting. Like the it's a very cool image, but like I've seen like computer screensavers make basically the same image, but like I'd say he has a fairer point here. I still wouldn't say it's a good one though, because like you said, they're still actually making a thing, like rather than just having a computer. This is like they're actually making something versus like a computer screensaver, which is just randomly generating something. And you know,
he's also devaluing the, like I said, he's devaluing the work that this person probably put into like discovering various different techniques to achieve these effects.
Yeah.
Like, the thing he said he wasn't doing with his AI art. I'm not devaluing other artists, but like the things you do aren't even real, and you're completely talentless, if anything. What does he say here?
The system runs according to the way that it was set up, and it results in an image. And then the person that made the initial push, they're considered the creator of that image. They own it, and they do, and they have all rights over it. People might say this is a false equivalence because they're the ones who set up the mechanics to have the thing, the pendulum.
Yeah, you know what's cool is that these lines weren't made from someone else's drawing.
Yeah, that's another
that's like
very good point about this.
That's the main that's like the main thing against this argument, is that your AI drawings are just a bunch of like serial killer magazine cutouts put into the rough shape of an image, whereas these lines all belong to this person. The process that they set up just set the lines down for them, but this drawing is still uniquely theirs.
Yeah, they didn't.
You can. Sorry, go on.
Yeah, you're good. You can keep this running.
This is very cool to look at, but yes, I don't consider that as high tier of art as like fucking Sandy slurping up a taxi car with her penis or something. What? That art's more interesting to look at than that is to me, for different reasons, obviously. You should look that up. That became like a viral image a couple weeks ago. Or it's been a viral image for a while, but it blew up again a couple weeks ago.
I don't know if I want that in my search history, honestly.
Yeah, I'm too late. I gotta rewind it. He's blabbering now.
That's so analogous to AI art generation.
No, it's not.
Set up, okay? Humans made these generating models. Alright, they didn't appear out of the ether. AI art generating technology was made by humans.
The drawings themselves literally do appear out of the ether.
Actually, they appear out of other artists.
Out of other artists.
The AI steals from.
Art pages.
Yeah, like that's the main problem here. It's immoral. Like it's not good. It's low effort, and it's literally stealing. Like that's.
Oh, sorry, I did that on accident.
That's the difference between Pendulum art and your art, quote unquote.
I don't know what you mean, man.
To guide a almost automative kind of process to get a result, the person does that with the prompt. That's their guiding the string and pushing in the right way, and sometimes it doesn't get the results they want, so they have to readjust and try again. But then the process happens automatically. Yet there are so many equivalents where we grant and acknowledge it's still the human made it, because it wouldn't have existed without them causing it to exist. Even though it's a mostly automated process, but with AI, suddenly they want to, there's a complete, no, this is different, when it actually is really equivalent. And that's another argument that
The point of this art is to show off the beauty of math, by the way.
That kind of pretty much is what that is. That's just physics in play.
Yeah.
You have to have an understanding of physics to be able to, like, make the random doodads and contraptions that are involved with that sort of pendulum art.
Yeah, so, your point is kind of misguided here.
Also, like, I'm kind of, like, just piggybacking off the same point I've been making this whole time, but part of art is the process of it, like discovering new techniques that are completely unique to you that you came up with, and that's kind of the entire, like, thing. Are you looking at the crap in the background?
I'm looking at his books. I'm judging his taste. Our roommate told me that he had an interview with Brandon Sanderson. Or I don't know if it was an interview, but he had a video where he talked to Brandon Sanderson, and I was a bit annoyed by that because
I'm pretty sure Brandon Sanderson is like a fucking Mormon as well.
He is a Mormon, but as far as I'm aware, he doesn't have any like terrible takes.
What if they were just sitting around like, yes, women, bad, yes, magical underwear, yes, black people, alien demons, yes.
I'm looking for, like, some of the Cosmere books, or I would assume it'd be Cosmere that he'd have on this shelf. But so far, the only Brandon Sanderson books that I can see are some of these here. These are the Wheel of Time books, and I think the last few are, or I know the last few are written by Brandon Sanderson, but I don't remember where the cutoff is. I think it's like book 8 or something like that is when Brandon Sanderson starts reading.
No one knows
starts writing.
No one knows who Sanderson Bryan is.
You should. You especially. I already recommended him to you.
Yeah, but books are fucking boring and for nerds.
Yeah, this coming from the guy who fucking sat through hours of 40K books.
God, those are so good.
Oh my god, dude.
Let's finish this, and then I'll finish what I was going to say earlier.
Justify the truth. That is, this is the person creating this.
Oh, actually, I have another point before we leave this video. Let me see the cursor real quick.
The person's creating this because they set up all the contraptions making the art. You're not setting up the AI program. Someone else did all that work for you. You're just writing crap down into a software. And that stuff you write down then pulls from other people's hard work to make something that you front as something that you made.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of those things that are impossible to explain to these guys because, again, they don't care about the actual process of making an artistic piece of artistic expression. But
they also already know what you're saying is true. They're just coping, man. Also,
I'm an artist,
folks. Another prime example: crazy eyes.
You already pointed out his crazy eyes.
Not this episode.
Oh yes, we got to make that clear every.
Yes, it's a reoccurring theme. If you see somebody with crazy eyes, they're probably crazy.
But yes, to reiterate and conclude, the process of making the pendulum art is an art form of itself, whereas writing machine language crap into an AI program is not an artistic expression. Also, what happens when we get to the day where you don't have to do all that writing?
Yeah.
Is this no longer an art form? Is this a lesser form of art to you at that point?
Yeah, his argument is completely obliterated at that point.
Everything that he's talking about AI art is that AI art requires from the human creator is not going to be involved in it in like another decade or two.
Yeah.
And he's not going to acknowledge that he said all this when that happens.
And then pendulum art will literally take more effort than... Well, I mean, at this point, it still does. You have to actually do math in order to figure out how to do it.
Whereas with AI art programs, you just have to know how to type coherently slightly. And that's all the knowledge you need to be able to do it.
Anyone who has used like a porn search engine knows how to make AI art. Because you use the same speech. It's just what you're looking for in as few words as possible, and sometimes with special characters around it.
See, all right, that's about all that post was on that post. This last one I'm super bummed about because apparently he got into some drama with Skallagrim recently. And Skallagrim is another sword YouTuber who apparently, like, he's actually, like, left-leaning. So, like, Skallagrim was basically talking... There's this drama here where they've had a bit of a falling out. Like, they're still on somewhat friendly terms, but Skallagrim was basically talking about how he finds Shad's, like, chud views and his, like, constant pushing of his politics in his videos annoying. And Shad was like, I wouldn't look poorly upon you if you were pushing your politics in your videos. And it's like, he's probably not doing that because that would make him annoying.
Yeah.
People go to you to watch you swing sharp pieces of metal, man. They don't want to hear you also discuss your weird Mormon bullshit. And Skallagrim is probably aware of that. He's also not as big of a fucking knuckle dragger as Shad is.
The white dude smile.
Both of these. But apparently there was some drama with them in like the past week or so. Almost 2 weeks now, where someone made like an image of Skallagrim throwing a sword pommel at Shadiversity. That's like a meme in his community, is because Skallagrim like found this old historical text where it literally said you should unscrew your pommel and throw it at your enemy as a distraction. Which is completely retarded because that holds the handle and guard of the sword on. So you would just be left with a blank sword blade afterwards. But anyway, I'm going far afield. That became a bit of a meme in his community. And someone made a image of Skall throwing a pommel at Shad. And Shad basically responded like Skallagrim was like threatening him personally. And trying to like... instigate like a hate mob against him. And I'm really upset that I missed that because he unfortunately deleted all of his recent tweets about it and they just hashed it out in DMs. But that's still really like pussy ass behavior that you got that butthurt about it.
Yeah, I like that he's owning up to it, at least in this we can all try to be better and discuss things in a more mature way. Myself most of all. That's I'll give him props where props is due or due. That he's owning up to it, so like good on that.
Props that he like admitted to it, but Shad has demonstrated that he has serious issues controlling his fucking temper and his emotions. He should probably reflect on that a bit more because people have been laughing at him for it for like months now. And it doesn't seem he's learning his lesson because he still hops onto Twitter and discusses this dumb shit all the time. This is just Skall crap.
Yeah, maybe go on a hiatus and, like, find yourself.
He has found himself.
Found himself to be annoying.
No, he's found himself in Shad AI, his new exclusively AI art channel. Dude. We don't have time to go over these, but...
Yo, new midlife crisis just dropped!
But, it is very handy that he went ahead and isolated his bullshit to this channel, so we can go ahead and revisit this whenever we want. We were going to cover a few... Shut up. Be quiet. We were going to cover a few of these, or this one at least, but we're out of time right now.
Or just about. We got 10 minutes. But there's... Oh, yeah. Give me that. You said this is the main character, right?
That's the mass rapist, yes.
Nice. This is your guy. This is him. That's all.
See, alright. If we're going to cover this, we'll... see. I don't know. I don't think we...
This AI image made people lose their minds. Seriously, not kidding.
This is about this was actually about last week's, or the picture we discussed last time, so I think we'll save this for next time. Real quick, I just want to cover some drama that we covered last week regarding this video. We'll hash this one out real quick because some very interesting things came up about it. I'll clarify real quick, get that out of the way. We will cover this again sometime in the future. Shad gets very irritating to cover too commonly, so this will probably wait a couple weeks. But yes, stay tuned for that, but you should stay behind so that we can cover this.
What do we need to cover on this?
There's a couple of very funny things that have come up about this.
I find it weird that everyone took Nicholas's side on all this.
Yes, that is... I want to explain, like, basically why that happened. But for those of you who are unaware, the voice actor for Gumball Watterson was hanging out with Dream, I guess. And he went on this super deranged, drunken rant where he said some slurs and whatnot, and no one cared that he did that, and everyone just immediately sided against Dream, which I instinctively did last week, so I'm very happy that I did that, because I feel very vindicated. Which, by the way, we were like the first people to cover this story, and I think we deserve our props for that.
If you hear the story anywhere else, it doesn't count. We were the first.
We did it. This is our thing. No one else is allowed to do this.
Give it back!
Let me just figure out real quick what happened. So I'll go ahead and discuss what happened while I get this going.
Why is he holding a belt in that picture?
A belt?
Yeah,
Why is he holding a belt? The fuck? Maybe that's part of what the mask is. The mask is...
Also...
So I'll go ahead and...
What's behind all the, like... Jesus Christ, man. What's behind all this, like pedophile allegations?
That's pretty much what led to this. So, what happened was, they had this altercation, which I want to rewatch just for the sake of, like, getting our new thoughts out on it. But basically what happened was, Nicholas Cantu has been, like, talking shit about Dream on Twitter for a while now. And this is Dream's latest pedophile allegation that happened. You're replying to a fake account. I'm not a pedophile no matter how much you joke, but you are a shitty, terrible human being. I think this is him responding to Nicholas Cantu's, like, first tweet about this. You are a shitty, terrible human. You physically assaulted me, said the N-word and other slurs, verbally berated an Uber driver saying, that's why I'm a famous movie star and you're an Uber driver, and they were just trying to help you not get arrested, calling them the R slur and saying your IQ is among geniuses and making racist remarks towards them. Okay, so real quick, I don't even remember, like, half of this shit is just a lie. He's just talking up this video. He didn't call this guy... he didn't call that...
This was about the video? He didn't say anything racist,
I don't
think, did he?
No, he did not.
Oh, okay.
Dream is straight up lying here.
Oh, cool.
But, Dream had that video saved for, like, a couple of years, and was basically just waiting for Nicholas Cantu to piss him off so that he could release it and try to ruin his career, and it completely fucking backfired on him, which is the funniest thing ever to witness. Then you apologized in Twitter DMs to me because you were drunk and hot, quote, you were drunk and high. You should never treat anyone like that regardless of circumstance. Crazy how the voice actor from Dora the Explorer, Gumball, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is being racist and replying to fake Dream accounts in his free time. Photo in case he deletes. And this was Nicholas Cantu's response. Bro, when you an actual pedophile, you can't joke about being a pedophile. Middle fingers, crying face emoji. And that is what spurred Dream into releasing this video. We saw this video within like an hour of him posting it.
Man, we really jumped on that.
Yeah, we should get more credit for that, by the we really did, like, break this story, if anything.
If you see any other YouTuber or streamer or anything like that reviewing this, go there, tell them that Cochlear Discharge did it first, and they owe us $5.
Cochlear Discharge did it first. Spread the word.
Give us $5.
This is the funniest video ever to me. With it sped up like this, you could really see how little his head moves.
Yeah, that is weird. It looks like he's trying to hide that he's missing an ear or something.
That's the exact silhouette he has to strike to hide, like, the child fans in the background. I'm not doing anything with them, but I am completely aware that this looks bad.
What's the like substance behind his pedophile allegations?
See, I have a couple of things pulled up about that specifically.
Because I know virtually nothing about Dream.
All right, once again, I went to bigger YouTubers who actually did the work and stole it. So I'm like an AI artist now. See, I'll show you those because some people, like, after Dream posted this video, a bunch of people, like, everyone who watched it, no one was mad at Nicholas Cantu. Everyone thought it was immediately funny because he was making fun of Dream. But also Nicholas Cantu was, like, openly bisexual, so no one cared about him using the F slur in it whatsoever. He's, like, super autistic, so no one cared about him using the word retard or anything like that. And he's Jewish, so no one cared about the anti-Semitic. He mentioned he's Jewish, and that was what Dream went off. He's being anti-Semitic in this video.
Oh, did he say any? I barely
No,
remember.
he just mentioned that he's Jewish.
Oh.
That was all it was. Let's watch this real quick. We'll just talk over it because I want to get through this. See, knowing we discovered the context that Dream was filming this while we were reacting to it, and we started cracking the fuck up. Knowing that now, I forgot to mention even that Nicholas Cantu was 19 when he made this video, and Dream said that. And people's immediate reaction to him was, who got him drunk, and why are you hanging out with him? And Dream didn't have a response to that, surprisingly.
Yeah, that was what I was thinking when we were watching this. I was like, if you guys are like beefing this bad, why are you in the same Uber together? Like, there's no way that's a coincidence.
Who is this? Not to make it a race thing or anything, but like, who is this like random black Uber driver that's just trying to instill like life lessons into Nicholas Cantu right now?
Yeah, they keep treating him like, in the message that you were just showing, Dream was talking about him like he's just some random Uber driver, but like, watching this video, it seems like they're just friends. Like, it seems like he knows them.
No, this is 100% an Uber driver. I saw some other shit about how they talk. I saw some other tweets they made about how they were talking about, like, I tipped him $1,000 because I felt bad he had to sit through that. And it's like, good. That's good that you did that for him. Next time, maybe don't drag this crap into your Uber rides. They were apparently at a party before this, and Dream is claiming that Nicholas Cantu, like, got drunk and started, like, hitting him while they were there.
I'm not going because you're manipulating. The same thing you said you not.
Dude, this Uber driver's like such a fucking Chad. Just giving life advice to this dude he just met.
So you're the type of person you're gonna have to bump your fucking head for you to learn. So when somebody
Why is is this his first time? Australopithecus cow. Wow. Really good subtitles here. Apparently he also has like manic depression.
Okay,
so
that's what I was always thinking. That's
on
what I was
top
thinking
of
for
being
this.
drunk, that is also why he's going into this weird like Charlie Sheen rant right now.
That answers a lot. I feel I understand where people are coming from, like, being on his side now.
Yes.
Because, like, this whole
He's
thing
basically-
has felt like a manic episode to me.
Yes, he's basically having a mental breakdown right now, and Dream is filming it for blackmail because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah. Now, what about this pedophile allegations? You keep saying you're going to talk about it, and you don't talk about it. What's
Oh,
going
I
on?
will. You're not
We don't have
prepared
a lot
for
of
what
time. Come on.
you're not prepared for what I'm about to bring up.
And the ants come at me, it'll take 10,000, 100,000 of them to take me down. So that's how minuscule you are to my size.
Also, he looks pretty visibly drunk. We were saying that while we were watching this.
Yeah, I could tell he was on something.
I still don't know what the fuck he's talking about right now. That was apparently what he was claiming was anti-Semitic. Was Nicholas just going, "Are you Jewish?" That's anti-Semitic according to Dream.
I thought it was weird, but if he's also Jewish, that it's... Well, I mean, it's still weird, but like him being drunk and in the middle of a manic episode kind of explains some things.
This is like a fucking just Kanye to your rant, though. Like, calm down a little, man. You're the voice of a blue cartoon cat.
Right, but because you said that's what the mask is, I think you're a faggot, alright?
Same here, man. Unironically, I was on Nicholas's side at this point. I fucking had a strong feeling that would become a meme, and I've now seen like 1,000 videos of Gumball Watterson telling Dream that he thinks he's a faggot.
I'm only on the Uber driver's side throughout all this.
Poor guy.
I know.
All the shit that's happened tonight, it's not gonna make it
Nicholas, you should have fought him.
brutal marauder. I'm not gonna be a brutal marauder. I'm gonna like literally like either you're gonna be paralyzed or you're gonna be dead. Like I'm serious.
Okay, man. Can you fight?
Oh, of course, yeah.
Tyrell, I apologize.
He does sound completely insane here.
Met him tonight.
Yeah, he's in the middle of a manic episode.
Yeah, that's no excuse.
Alright, now show me your evidence so we can wrap
Okay,
this up.
that's already... Damn it, man. Why does it keep doing that? And it just closed where I was on the video. Yeah! Wow! Let's see, it's not that far in. He brings up... So people started, after all that, and the entire internet turned against Dream collectively. Like... People started digging up evidence of him being a pedophile. Here's one that... This one's even, like, critical, says when he's, before he shows it, that there's not a whole lot of evidence that this is Dream, besides the fact that it sounds a lot like him. And people have been claiming for a while that this is him. But this is apparently a video he DM'd one of his fans of him moaning.
The evidence for that.
Is it playing? Okay. He also sent her this. Fuck yes, your tits are so nice, what the fuck. I'm so close, oh my lord, I just want to fill you up, princess, smiling emoji.
Ew.
This is allegedly Dream's Snapchat account, but there's nothing actually connecting this account to those videos.
Yeah, that's one of the biggest things, but there wasn't really... There's no real evidence pointing that to Dream. I just thought the moans were really funny.
So there's no concrete evidence of Dream being a pedophile, but
Lots of people, he's 100% extremely... Like, his fans are parasocial to him, and he's parasocial from them as well, because ever since he put out that mask video, he's just been a complete laughingstock, and then he spent, like, years trying to lose weight in order to do that face reveal, and he was still laughed at. So he's kind of just made peace with the fact that he's a cringe lord at this point. So all the content that he puts out to his fans, he puts like thirst traps of him shirtless or like pulling his hair back and crying while singing. And
Ew.
he's just like leaned into being a cringe like sad boy basically. Because he knows that like the fucking 12-year-olds in his audience are gonna be like, Dream, you're so hot. You make me tingle. See. I think there's another thing here.
Now, Dream.
Okay, that's just Dream saying he's going to make a response to the video, I guess. Not a whole lot there, but yes, that's the thing. This was just very funny to see. no one being on Dream's side. I've hated Dream ever since I learned who he was. Because I was like, the audacity of this motherfucker to just not exist in my world, and then I click on his YouTube profile, and he has like 112 million subscribers.
All children, guarantee it.
All children, or like Indians who don't speak any English, who have no clue what's happening in the video. It's just background noise for them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've hated him ever since he dared to show his existence to me. So this was very much entertaining for me to see.
He keeps like dripping into my reality. Like at first it was just like Minecraft YouTuber, and I was like yucko, and I just swept it away. And then the face reveal and Meat Canyon making fun of him, and I was like, okay, that's kind of funny, I guess. Whatever.
It is very nice to see. Just, he probably doesn't really deserve this if he's not actually a pedophile. He's just a cringe lord. But he's so cringy that he does deserve it. That's the crazy thing.
I feel like this is pretty much just like a harmless beef, unless he's a pedophile, in which case it's, warranted beef.
I'm willing to say he might not be a pedophile, but stop being so dependent on your fans for your ego and quit being so cringy.
Yeah.
You'll live a longer life, I promise you.
Yeah. If you are a pedophile,
just be honest with us, man. No one will care.
Like, keep it to yourself. Like, don't try to like explore that fantasy. Like, if you're gonna do anything, just like watch hentai, and that's it.
He's he's big enough and has access to enough children that's not gonna happen.
I know,
if he is a pedophile.
That's why I'm saying it. Like,
see, that was pretty much it. Nothing else really happened this week, which is why we were forced to turn back to Shad to farm some views. There's a couple more stories here, but I think the main one I want to cover is Elon Musk being a Nazi, but I think we'll cover that next week.
That's actually one that I heard a tiny bit about, so that's something...
Yeah, from me.
For once... Oh, yeah.
You bitch. I tell you everything you ever hear.
All right. So then, no, I haven't heard anything.
All right. We had to go and suckle at the Shad teat and make a few clarifications to this Dream video. I think that's a pretty good episode. Do you have any closing thoughts on this?
No, not really. I think we said most of what we were going to say.
See.
Shad's a loser, and...
Nicholas Cantu's a Chad. You should say more things. Like slurs is what I'm referring to. Say slurs as Gumball Watterson.
Nicholas Cantu, you should probably see a therapist about your manic episodes.
I'm sure he is. That was probably just a break.
Yeah, just don't pull a Kanye. I'm
Are you
sure
kidding?
you're
That'd be way more entertaining.
Don't let the clout of like everyone being on your side through this make you think you shouldn't.
This would
like get this under control, because like this will ruin your life,
dude. If I had that kind of like outburst against someone and everyone was against the other guy, that would go to my head so badly. I would be like naked tripping on drugs on the side of the street like within the week.
I am the new
I am
Mozart.
a god. That probably completely validated all the shit he said.
Just reenacting like the Senator Armstrong.
All right, that's enough there.
All right,
Goodbye.